Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we are playing Surviving Mars and we're gonna start off by looking here at our research. So we just finished making our water vaporizers, which is going to help with our water production. Of course we have an underground water reserve, but that is not going to help our people really. So we finished that, which is going to help out our buildings, obviously. We're working on constructing another concrete thing over here. We're just gonna have our RC commander chill out here for a little bit while it builds up some of those resources. But we are just slowly waiting for our domes to be built up. Another thing is we have the polymer factory over here, but we are also going to want our electronics factory over here as well. Our electronics factory we have to build inside of our dome, which we'll just have to wait for that to happen. So we're going to have two factories attached to this building, just like we're gonna have two over there. The music's very ominous. I don't like it. Anyways, we could also put our electronics factory over here and that would also work. We're gonna have scientists and factory workers over here. There, we're gonna have geologists, or I guess it's engineers, and then we're gonna have geologists over here. So we could also put some more other people here too. So I don't know where we're gonna put our electronics factory. We just have to wait for the domes to be built up first. Meanwhile, we're waiting on this rocket to load up on resource exports as well as refueling. And then we'll be able to send that back to Earth and get a nice influx of money. And our ship is full of fuel and almost there for the exports. We got two more and then we'll be able to send that off to space. And it is now ready to launch. Look at that, through the power of editing, it was instantaneous. So our spaceship is going up and it is launching. Meanwhile, our concrete should be working. Let's just make sure everything's hooked up. That way that's all working. They should do that really quickly. Bam. All right, and now we are in the business of making some concrete again, which will help with our domes. Our anomaly has been analyzed, which is perfect. And now our robots are gonna go through and start building up our two domes. We have that one. Of course, we have this one over here as well. We finished our research breakthrough, which is service bots. We received 750 million from our rare metals export. Let's go ahead and load more concrete, and I'm just kind of shipping it over. So we have our service bots, which is awesome. That means we don't really need any unspecialized workers because now we just have bots who do it for us, which is awesome. Great breakthrough. So if we click in here, it's gonna cost us 10 electronics to have it up and running. Right now we don't need that currently, but once we get our electronics factory up and working, that should be fine. If we go here to our electronics factory, it consumes one rare metals.
Sector scanned.
And that's what we transform it into. Go ahead and have our RC Explorer. So basically it takes one rare metals and some power to start creating electronics, which then we can then go through and make sure we don't need any unspecialized people, send them off to Martian school, of course, and then we'll have domes full of scientists and engineers working tirelessly. We're low on polymers, so let's go ahead and get another supply pod out here. We really need to get this dome up and running. This is going to be our polymer factory and also our research dome where all of our scientists are going to be, just because we have a scientific thing there. What is this?
We discovered unusual crystals in the remains of a meteorite. The magnified images of their crystalline matrix were broadcast by every major news channel on Earth.
One tabloid even claims that the crystal is in fact artificially created, some kind of artwork of a microscopic alien race. The work resembles millions of tiny cylinders surrounded by flames. If you squint your eyes, the very static of the composition resembles a star map. The image is bordered by double rainbows, while the work has an abstract feeling and a very dynamic structure. While all this unscientific sensationalism had outraged our experts, the publicity provided us with some unexpected benefits, including 400 million monies. Awesome. I mean, we're still at 22.3 billion, so we're doing all right on the money front, honestly. But yeah, so let's go ahead and unload resources if we can. I'm just having our RC transport just kind of help out by bringing some extra materials over here, because all we're missing really is concrete. So now that it's daytime, hopefully our drones here will get to work once the power turns back on and finish building this up. And we can also look at building ourselves I don't know if we're ready for the rocket just yet. I was like, we can look at our people and start bringing in a rocket, but I don't think we're quite ready yet. And our drones are getting to work. Look at him. He's working very hard to build up this dome structure. He's a hardworking guy. He's very hardworking. And so we're going to have this built up and ready to go. Our supply pod is here and ready to go. So let's go ahead and drop it right there. And with this being built, then we can start building up the houses and everything we need for it to be a survivable dome. And we should be in a good spot. So this medium dome without anything in it requires 30 power. So we do have some Stirling generators that we can just like plop in here to have those working. Where's our other Stirling generators? Yeah, we have 6 of them, 1 for each dome, and then we can always open up our Stirling generators to have them up and running. So those are going to provide some power. We're just waiting on some extra concrete here to help out with this polymer factory, but let's go ahead and start building the inside of our dome here. Let's go ahead and grab some living complexes. Go ahead and build one here. We're also going to want a research lab, because obviously we want to do research. Of course, we're going to need an infirmary. Probably want a grocer. Put in, just start it off with some basic stuff that they're going to want. And then of course we can buff it out later with more stuff. But as for right now, this will be good. Obviously we aren't creating enough power currently, but we don't have anybody living here, so that's fine. To work this, since this is up and running, let's just make sure we are currently producing enough oxygen. We're currently producing enough water, so they should be good because we got our Stirling generators, so we should be all good. So let's go ahead to our rocket and get a passenger rocket in here for our next people here for us. Let's see, so filter. First things first, we're going to want some medics. We only have 1 medic, that's not great, especially because they're a hypochondriac. Okay, next thing we're going to want is scientist. Let's see, so hypochondriac, loner. Now hypochondriac, what's with all these hypochondriacs, huh? Let's see, flaws. Then we'll also want some engineers to work in our factories. Man, all of these people who are applying really just are not, they're not great. We're gonna take them all, they're all gamblers or hypochondriacs. So I guess we'll just be very careful about not putting a gambling facility in our new dome. And then we'll do no specialization for our last 2, or our last one. Okay, I figured out what I did. I made sure that nobody had a perk. So that's why they were such bad candidates. Okay, so specialization. Let's go ahead and start with everybody as a no. We're going to want first our medics. Let's go ahead and hit apply and see what we have. Ooh, I like this guy. I want 2 medics. So let's do this sexy melancholic and this nerd. For those two are going to be for our medics. Next, we're going to want an engineer to work in our polymer factories. Wait, before that, let's do scientists and engineers and see what comes up. I like that. Survivor, party animal, enthusiast, melancholic, rugged. Ooh, I like this. I like that. Yes. Let's see if we can do one with like no flaws. And see what oh, we have some without any flaws. Perfect. So this is going to give us 8 scientists, 2 engineers, and 2 medics. So yeah, I think that'll be good. Let's go ahead and launch them. I think you can have up to under 30 people living in a dome. It means you don't have to worry about like people rebelling against the system. So let's see, for the research lab. So I think we can fill this out with some more people eventually. But as for right now, that should be good. Let's make sure we have some research queued up already. Okay, we do. Other thing we want to do is we want scientists to come here and engineers. We don't want any geologists and we don't want any botanists here. Perfect. And then we'll go to our previous dome, and we do not want any engineers living here. We also don't want any scientists living here, so that's gonna make sure that they don't. Geologists, yes, and botanists, yes. And that way when people come, they will hopefully go where they need to go, you know? And we don't have to like sort them out specifically one by one. And this medium dome is also almost complete. And this will be where our electronics factory is, as well as our rare metals and other rare metals and even a metals factory area will be. So, ooh, RC transport. Let's go ahead and have you gather all of these and bring them back because polymers is always good. Finding some polymers is always really, really nice. Okay, so we can take a look here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I guess I brought on too many scientists. I guess we can also just build another science. We could always just build another science building. Ain't nothing wrong with that. All right, so let's go ahead and slow things down because we did finish that other one. So now we are not producing enough oxygen and we are also not producing enough water. Go ahead and land our rocket, salvage that, and maybe we just come here and we click this and we salvage that, and then we don't have to worry about it for a little bit. Okay, press play and see if that evens everything out. If not, that's okay. We'll just go ahead and build up some extra life support, like moisture farming biotech. Do I not have that? I think it's because it's night, it's saying that we don't have enough water, but I'm assuming as soon as it's daytime again, we should be okay. We did solve our oxygen problem by just turning off that biome. So let's see and make sure this is all going according to plan. So they're gonna head into here. I want them to get into here. I want them to transport these homeless people. Okay, good, it looks like they are. I was like, I want them to transport people over to the other biome. Okay, they are transporting people. I saw a person. Let's follow this guy and make sure he's taking us to the other dome with his passenger. Okay, he's coming in. Great. And there he goes, he's heading in. So, this is going to be better. Our grocer, yes. Yes. Scientists, perfect. So he's going to be working there. And they're all going to slowly transport their way across the map instead of being like, I'm homeless and sad. Then get into a transport drone and go to where your home is. It's gonna be slow, but it'll be good.
Today was a tough one. We lost one of our founders.
We will all have our own special memories of the mark CU left in our hearts and in our lives. I'm certain that CU would have wanted us all to be here today, filled not with grief, but with strength, vision, and a hope for the future. This is what CU lived for, and doing otherwise could make this cause pointless. We are all here today not only because CU laid down the foundation of our colony, we were all personally touched and inspired by their strong character. The founder CU passed away due to old age. Rest in peace, friend. I don't think we have any babies. Just make sure that we only have colonists, no specialization. The medic, yes, we do want that medic to stay there. And we just have to slowly wait. Maybe I should have just had the rocket land over here. In retrospect, it might have been better. For now, this is fine. Currently only have 2 residents living here, but they're slowly filling it out. Must be connected to power. Let's go ahead and get a power cable then running from here to here. And then our drones here should be able to help with all of that. Okay, so it's gonna be a slow transition here as we try to get everybody to move to their appropriate dome. We have all these homeless people. It's like, because you're living in the wrong place, which is granted my bad. I should not have had that happen, but that's okay. We are going to be producing polymers now. Perfect. So they're going to be producing 0.7 polymers per soul. So we'll need to get more in, obviously, because I think with just the 2 engineers working here, it should be fine. Because if one produces 0.7 and we only need a 1.2 for current maintenance, we should be self-sustaining on polymers almost immediately, which is awesome. But I'm gonna go ahead and leave this part here. Next episode, we'll just go through and try to finesse and maneuver and make sure everybody's in their appropriate dome. And next dome that we fill out, we'll be sure to have that work out in our benefit and just have them dropped off at the appropriate dome. As always, feel free to check out the description. It has a link to all my social media, including my TikTok and my sticker shop. If you'd like to support me here on YouTube, I'd really appreciate that. All you have to do is like, comment, share this video, as well as subscribe to my channel. All of that really helps the YouTube algorithm get my content in front of more people's faces. So until I see you again, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye-bye.